This is the Conscious Hour. I don't know how many people could have ever imagined we would got into this state of affairs in our country. We have basically a civil war happening in a sense because we have this extreme right wing that wants to remove anybody that's foreign or anybody that disagrees with the current president. Then that asks you the question, so democracy is dead on arrival. But listen to the state of where we're at. The National Guard should be called in because they took an oath to uphold the Constitution. But it doesn't appear that nobody in the presidency wants to do that because they'd be shutting down these anarchists that are basically ICE agents going around and kidnapping people. But let's get into this one here because you're going to hear some things that it's time to wake up, folks.
You haven't subbed yet, go sub to Status Quo now because they've been on the ground in Minneapolis throughout the entire ICE invasion, and they've gotten some absolutely incredible videos. So go support real independent media. He's a real one on the ground reporting. And, it's people like me. I'm in a comfortable studio and I get to talk about what they actually went in the field to get for us. So let's go ahead and break this down for you here. This is a protester who is completely and utterly fed up, and he gave ICE a piece of his mind. And this is a dark and disturbing warning. Take a look.
With no cause and murdering people for trying to flee and for obeying a command to leave the area and then shooting her in the face like that after she drops her kid off at school. We have to show up with guns. We have to. There's no other way around it. I don't care if I don't have a Minnesota carry permit. I'm unarmed right now, but this is the last time I show up to face these guys without a weapon. There's no way. I got shot with a pepper ball 5 minutes after walking in here. I never laid a finger on them. I never raised a hand to them. I've only been using my voice. The time for speaking is over. The time for niceties is over. The time for peace is over. They fired the first shot. It's time to end this shit by any means necessary.
You're talking about, potentially going to a dark place in this country. Do you foresee?
We're there. This is the dark place. This is the dark time. We have people being sent to Salvadorian concentration camps. We got other countries being raided for their oil. We're in the dark time. There's no way out of this. There's no voting our way out of this. We can't wait till November. There's no waiting to the ballot box. We need to get to the bullet box. That's the only way. If there was another way, I'd be advocating for it. I've spoken peacefully. I've marched peacefully. I marched without Sharpton. I marched on Washington. I've been peaceful. I've acted peacefully. The time for peace is over. The time for any means necessary is right now.
When I told you guys that this country is becoming radicalized, I meant it. I'm not just talking out of my ass here. I have.
So that's where we're at. So the question is, the only way we can change this thing is you need to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Call your congressional office and say, why aren't you calling out the National Guard to uphold the Constitution? Freedom of speech. This is why ICE is going after people. They want to get rid of all of the questionable people in this country. They want to get rid of Americans who disagree with what President Trump and his, we'll call it his militia, want for the world. They want to control everything. Just think of Netanyahu. He wants to control that entire area. That's what this whole thing's about. It's kind of like this. The Zionists have planned this for a long time, where they could orchestrate, control the United States, and then get to a point in time where they literally, quote, could be the rulers of the world. The problem with that is this: the world is already broken apart. Just look at the BRICS nations. There's going to be over 40 BRICS nations. People are de-dollarizing, meaning they don't want anything to do with the killer dollars, the deadly dollars that they're seeing what's happening to America, that they used to think was the brand of liberty, of freedom of speech, of everybody wanted to come to America. Are you kidding now? Why would anybody want to come here when all we're doing is raising hell and trying to destroy our once beautiful country? From one perspective, if you just ignore all the wars we've been in and every country we've invaded to steal their resources while we were all sleeping, thinking the terrorists were coming to get us, when in fact you're witnessing who the terrorists are. They're shooting our own people. Yep, these aren't Americans. They don't believe in the American flag. They believe in power over the people. It's the Conscious Hour, folks. So do us all a favor, hit that like button, hit the share button, and do one thing too. Donate to the Conscious Hour. I've been self-funding this for almost 2 years now, and it's time to compensate the work that I'm doing so I can further advertise and get the word out so we can bring my vision, heaven on earth. Let's bring the world together. Let's get rid of this old industrial military machine. There's a whole new world sitting out there if we want to go there. And I'm the conductor. I've been working on this my entire life for this moment in time. I've got a business plan. I've got a complete plan of how we can shift the world, and it's beneficial for all countries. So if you want to know more about that, just ask. If you've got ideas what we should be doing also, give me the best idea, and then I'll pick somebody to come on the show and let's talk about solutions for this troubled world. This is the Conscious Hour, our Conscious Hour, wake up time.